these tools are going to replace jobs, right? They are. Because if you tell a company, here's a tool, it's going to cut costs by 20% and it's going to be more efficient, they're going to tap into it. They have stakeholders, they have shareholders, right? So the big concern is, and again, we don't exactly know because it's still so brand new in terms of the accessibility of a lot of these tools. So like ChatGPT, for my team to build something like ChatGPT, one, we couldn't really do it because you need millions of US dollars. But to build something useful like that is weeks and weeks of work. Now you can just 3 minutes and you're in, right? So the accessibility is amazing and we love it. But at the same time, it's going to result in certain jobs being displaced. So the big thing is around the BPO and KPO sector. Right, so there's a lot of conversation about, okay, it's not going to replace jobs, it's going to make jobs better, easier. It really depends on how the employers want to treat it. Right, so studies have shown using AI tools, you're a lot better at your job, especially customer service. Why? Because it can automatically bring up things that you need to know about your client. So when you call, they call it by your name, they know your interests, they know what you like. So the customer experience is a lot more personalized. You're more likely to stay with the customer. But there are certain jobs where you may not necessarily need a human being to do it. So the automation plus the AI is going to replace jobs, which is not exactly sure. Initially, it was always going to replace the lower level jobs, the jobs that are menial labor, but it's not actually that. It's going to replace the uh, jobs where you probably need a degree to do it, right? And I would say in the next year to 5 years, person coming out of university are going to run into some problems. And the reason is you're going to need less people to do the same work, which means there are going to be less jobs for you to get into, which means it's going to be more competitive. If it's more competitive, employers can use that to their advantage and lower your wages because you have less manpower, effectively, right? So instead of taking 3 lawyers to do a project, you may just need 1 lawyer because he's using an AI tool. So it's not that you're completely replacing all the humans. It's just you've made processes more efficient, right?
Mm.
And that can apply to every single field in existence right now, right? So that is the big risk. So a year to 5 years, it's gonna be much harder for you to find a job, all right? 5 to 10 years, it's really hard to forecast out. But if I was gonna put like my futuristic cap on and say where we're gonna be,
Tinfoil
I would
hat.
say, yeah, I would say globalization gonna be your best bet, all right? And because of the access to knowledge and AI actually making it easier for us as humans to learn and do things,
Mm-hmm.
I think people are gonna have more than one profession. So think back to your grandparents. They studied and they had one profession their whole life. So teacher, carpenter, doctor, lawyer. I think people are gonna have two. I think
Wow,
people are
that's
gonna
an
be a
interesting take.
yeah. I think they're gonna be a doctor for 15 years, and then they're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna be an artist. They're gonna be an artist for 25 years, and then retire. You probably retire like 70 or 80, right? Because life's technically gonna be easier on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Less stress. To me, the 3 4 day weekend I think is pretty plausible as well. Because again, it goes back to if everybody's efficient and consistent, then you're not going to need to be at work all the time. You have more leisure time to yourself, and hopefully your life expectancy is going to increase. So that's why I say for like 10 years or more. And Caribbean isn't going to move as quickly as other entities. In terms of like universal income and them things, I think we're going to be slow to do that. Um, there's a lot of conversations around going to make people lazy, but I mean, they said the same thing about remote work, and that's not like a cross the fence thing. I see people killing themselves doing remote work because they don't know when to stop working, and the employers are
Mm.
getting twice the work out of them because The lunchroom is your kitchen. Your bed is right there. The commute is like 5 steps. So there's a lot of value in that, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I don't see the whole robots gonna take over the world and enslave us thing. I'm not saying that.